Welcome to Argentina, everybody. The historic F1 series is back for another season as we arrive in 1957 for another quest to find the next world champion, and we are here in the Argentine capital, Buenos Aires, to begin this journey which will take us across the world over 8 races. We've had a long break, but we are back now for more drama, more speed, and more historic Formula 1 action. The grid doesn't look too bad either, as the defending world champion Emerson Fittipaldi starts in pole position, with 1950 champion Jack Palmer starting in P2. The two rivals have gone wheel to wheel many times over the years, so we could be in for another fight between these two today. Nico Rosberg, who won the something or other trophy last week, starts in P3, with Jim Clark just behind him in P4. Sebastian Vettel starts P5, whilst the extremely consistent Kimi Räikkönen starts P6. Alberto Ascari, who narrowly missed out on winning the title in 1950, starts P9, with Lewis Hamilton, who is yet to win a race in his historic F1, starts in P10. Home hero Juan Manuel Fangio starts in P13, and all eyes will be on him to see if he does well this time, as he crashed out last time we were here. Jenson Button performed extremely well last week, so we'll be eager to see if he could do the same today, as he starts in P15. And finally, the three HF1 debutants Damon Hill, Francois Sever and Valtteri Bottas occupy the final 3 grids at the rear. Today's circuit features 15 turns over the course of 3.6 miles, and we have 9 laps to complete for today's season opener. So let's head down to the grid for the 1957 Argentine Grand Prix. So here we are once again. The season is about to be underway, and I'm feeling good. It's been a while. It's been 3 months, I think. No, it's been 2 months since the end of season 2, which, you know, was just a crazy ending. I needed a little bit of break because that was just so intense. But new season 1957 is about to get underway, and I'm looking forward to it. This would be probably the shortest season that we've done. Only 8 races. We've done 9 in the previous 2, so only 8 races this time, and there is a reason for that in history. If you look up why, because of the Suez crisis and a lack of oil, really, petrol, which led to cancellation of quite a few races, including the Dutch Grand Prix, the Belgian Grand Prix, and then there's another one on there as well, quite a big one, that was excluded purely because of lack of fuel. So it was actually short. I think it was meant to be 11, but it got reduced to 8 races that year. But that's what we're going to be doing this year. Only 8. Velberg replaces Pescara because there is no Pescara. And of course we have the Ron Leasar track, Aintree and the Velberg rig making their HF1 debut this season. And of course the Maserati 12-cylinder version. This one's extremely powerful, and if you watched the Alton Park Grand Prix, the something or other trophy, you would have seen me really struggle to get this car around. But I've of course done practice around Argentina and this circuit, and it behaves better. It's easily controllable, easier, shall I say. So I'm looking forward to this one. I'm feeling positive, and yeah, we have our main rival Emerson Fittipaldi, who's sat over there. I've had plenty of battles with him, even last year, the 1954 Argentine Grand Prix. I remember trying to overtake him, and he blocked up just before the parabolica, and he went off, and I went through into second, I think, because I think Niki Lauda was leading that race, who he starts 11th this time. But we've also got Damon Hill, Francois Sever and Valtteri Bottas joining us. Normally, well, last season we said goodbyes, Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen and Nigel Mansell, who finished in the bottom 3. So if at the end of the season you finished in the bottom 3, you will be removed from the grid and replaced by 3 different drivers. And I've also tried to make sure each driver had their own unique number, but it didn't quite work out. I think probably about 80% of them have their own unique numbers. Like, for example, Emerson Fittipaldi there is running the number 6. There isn't a another number 6 anywhere else. But yeah, 9 laps, Argentina, and I'm very much looking forward to this. But also quite nervous. I'm quite nervous. Like I said, this car is quite something to handle. I think this would probably be one of the easier circuits to get a win here. Like I said, I'm feeling confident, but there's other circuits on the calendar this season that things won't be so easy. So I've got to make the most of it today and try and get the win to start off this season very good. So without further ado, let's get the Argentine Grand Prix underway. Right, we'll wait for the lights to go. We've also got that live leaderboard as well, so then I can see what's going on and so can you. But Argentine Grand Prix is go. Lots of wheel spin. Already up to second gear and I've dropped down to third. That's Nico Rosberg who's gone in front. But so far so good. There's still a podium position. Come on. Should have really stayed in fourth for there. His car seems happy going through in fourth here, but we try and get past Nico Rosberg. Won't be easy. There's not really anywhere to go right now. Plus, trying to send it into the parabolica, which is just here, is a bad idea. But it seems like everyone else has got away cleanly, and that's Nico just suddenly slowing down for whatever reason. Sorry. That was my fault. And I get punished and drop down to P4 now. That's Sebastian Vettel who's moved in front of me, and someone else behind me is seemingly making a move. Looks like Kimi Raikkonen maybe. Not too sure, but it looks like Vettel's trying to make a move on Rosberg. I'm going to start thinking about braking now because it's a hard braking zone and accidents do occur. Hello, there's contact made. Alright, as we go through the sort of infield section, this is actually the main circuit. When they came to Argentina, this was actually the circuit that they used. They didn't use that long bit until the 1970s, but we'll try and keep on the inside line. We do. We retain third, and we've gone right off the track. That was had a bit of a moment on the rear end. We just kind of went that direction. We drift our way through that corner, and it won't engage gear. Come on. We'll try and escape. And that's a very ambitious move from the four-time Formula 1 World Champion. Sorry, my mistake, that's Rosberg. So it's Vettel who's now in second. But I've got to try and find my feet around here. Because of course, doing this in a race situation is a lot different from practice. But that's the first lap completed. Across the line now. So onto the second lap. And it looks like Raikkonen behind me. And it looks like someone has had some sort of accident. There's people dropping. Not too sure if there has been an accident or not. Not quite clear. But I saw lots of green arrows suggesting that someone had. But I'm not too sure. But Kimi Raikkonen is now in front of me in fourth. We've got to make sure we change that, of course. But so far it's gone a lot intense, a lot more intense than it was last year. Last year kind of nothing really happened. It wasn't the most interesting of races, but all the while I'm battling in this area. The leaders are getting away. Emerson Fittipaldi is very small at the moment, but we try and keep this inside line. That's my favourite area. And Raikkonen goes wide, and I can move back up to third. Ooh, action here, ladies and gentlemen. They got braked, like I said, really early here, probably about here. Let that engine go down, and that's Kimi Raikkonen getting back past me. We changed gear at the same time there. That's kind of satisfying, not gonna lie. It's Try and keep this inside line again. Move just in front of him once again. Oh, got a bit wide. There's a whole huge group of cars behind, so I better not mess up. Otherwise, game over. But there's... Oh. Let's try not to drift it around this time. The gearbox clearly doesn't like it. Breathe a little bit. But remember last year it was raining, so it was a little bit slippier around here. Or last season, should I say. I love that blue on that Maserati. A lot more prominent than it was last season. You see all the other cars going across the hill all over there. So it's slowly catching on Vettel in front. And that's 2 minutes 40 for Fittipaldi there. Currently got the fastest lap. Oh no, I take the fastest lap now on 2 minute 38.3. So that'll give me an extra point towards the excuse me, the championship. Nope, slow down. Went slightly too wide there, but no big deal. Elsewhere, Jackie Stewart's in 5th, Nico Rosberg's in 6th. He's dropped down. I wonder what happened to him. And Marcus Schumacher in 7th. Oh hello, that's Kimi Räikkönen is still eager to get past me. I thought he was way behind me. Alright, let's battle. Flying Finn. That's what they call you, or the Iceman, or the Warm Man. Alright, cool. We got away from him absolutely fine. Fangio's now up to 8th. So good to see him in the points for this, his home Grand Prix. Bottas is up to 14th, which is pretty good for him. And Button's still in 15th, so seemingly not able to replicate his successes last week in the non-championship round. So it seems like in the infield section, that's where I can catch up to the leaders. Let's try to take this inside line. I've gone wide. Now we battle with Sebastian Vettel once again. Happened a few times the first year we did this. Didn't really happen too much last year. Didn't really see him too often. But here we go, wheel to wheel with the German. For some reason, I don't know. Ever since that Auto Union video, which you should definitely check out, the one I did on Thursday, I don't know, being in VR just seems so different all of a sudden. I feel like I'm even more immersed than I was before. Maybe because I took a bit of a break after that. I was like, gotta take a few days off playing Assetto Corsa. But I feel like we're finding our feet. Emerson Fittipaldi is getting closer and closer as we are about to finish the 3rd lap and start the 4th. And of course this is the 1979 version of Argentina. You can sometimes see team trucks from the 70s, so Brabham and Shadow and Arrows and all that kind of people. And Tyrrell, of course. That's where Hakkinen is the one right to the back. He didn't have a great season last year, lucky to survive relegation. So he'll be, looks like his season's getting off to the wrong start. Vettel's now 3.2 seconds behind. I feel like I'm picking up my pace. Or everyone else is just... Come on. Or everyone else is just slowing down. Either one of the two. So get back onto the main straight now. There's actually a lake in between the circuits, just over there. We actually have a wonderful 5th gear. The first time in historic F1 history. So I don't really mind this circuit. It's just not interesting. I don't know. Something about it. It's just... I don't hate it, but it's just... I never really had a great racing experience here. Obviously, I'm talking about sim, not real life. I've never visited Argentina. See, the car gets so loose through this section here. Got to be so careful not to mess up. And Fittipaldi just locked up slightly there. Drift away through that corner. So originally this circuit actually went into the city itself. It went down here when it was when it held endurance races. And of course, this weekend is the 24 Hours of Daytona. When this video goes up, I think there'll be like an hour left, I think. Because for me it starts in 3 or 4 hours in the UK. And I can watch it for free. So I'm happy with that. Who do you think's going to win? I feel like Porsche, or Penske Porsche, have a good chance. I do like the sound of that Cadillac LMDH though. God, it sounds beautiful. Didn't realise I was only watching a fan video of Daytona Raw and I was like, what is that thing? Wow, it's amazing. Let's keep with Emerson now. Let's try and scare him into making a mistake. And what's this? Oh, that's my computer. On my gear stick I can feel something on the tip of my fingers and I was like, what's that? It's like a black object and it's my computer. Right, now it's about the teammates, of course. Fittipaldi on the same team as me. We're representing the drivers in the 70s and 80s and early 90s. Well, 80s, shall we say. But we're going wheel to wheel. Down the main straight. Slightly faster than me. Well, actually, he is faster than me. Let's try and get a few slipstreams. We're getting a lot faster. I'm going to brake now because I'm a coward. So this is lap 5 of 9, I've just realised. Oh. I don't know why, just everything seems a bit more crisp and nice all of a sudden. I don't know if there's been an update to CSP or something, but everything just looks so much nicer. And cleaner. And here you can look to your right, you can see what's going on behind you, and I have to say, not too much. Kimi Räikkönen is now in third, 5.5 seconds behind me, and it feels like my wheel is falling apart. In fact, yesterday I was driving a Porsche 962 around Le Mans, and then I was just going under the Dunlop bridge, and then the clamp just completely detached, and yeah, I had to work a little bit to get it reattached. But I just almost had constant problems with this wheel. And I'm really hoping it holds out because I can't afford to buy a new one right now. Right, let's try and keep behind him safely. Unleash the beast. Oh no. Damn it. But so far it's gone a lot better than Alton Park. Right, laps 6 of 9 now. And 3 laps to go. Doesn't sound like much, but remember these laps are quite long, about 2.5 minutes. So just over 10 minutes left of this race. I can feel my steering wheel just kind of sliding at the moment. Please hold out, please. Because if you die, this YouTube channel also dies. And Jenson Button is currently 20th. He's right at the back. I don't know if he's had an accident or something, but he's right at the back. After having such a great race at Alton Park last week, he's now at the rear of the field, which is a shame. But he might soon recover. We don't know yet, but decent launch from me out the parabolica, getting in the slipstream of Emerson Fittipaldi, but he is quick down here. I'm not really catching him too much. Let's pull out. Obviously I'm faster, I might have to brake slightly earlier. I can brake now. Damn it. Okay. He's still there. And just like predicted in the intro, we are having a battle once again to try and keep this inside line. I might try and break him here. Try and keep this inside line now. Just don't want to hit him. I just don't want to hit him. And we might just about have done it. I think we have. We've taken the lead on the Argentine Grand Prix with 2 and a bit laps left. Just keeping an eye on those mirrors. Oh, maybe not. Maybe a bit too much. So next week we've got Monaco, remember, which is going to be difficult. So to start on pole for that race would be extremely ideal. Come on. It's still there though. Only a second and a half behind me. It's not a lot. It's Fangio's P10. So he's not done too great. But neither has anyone else really. I mean, Button, it's a heartbreaking situation. But an update on the debutants. Let's have a look. Damon Hill is now P12. Or he was. He's now, yeah, he's P12. Just behind Graham Hill. Francois Sauvez P14. Bottas is P19. Still there. Let's see him. 2 laps to go. Well, about a lap and a half. Well, 2.5, should I say. I had to work it out in my head. Maths. Look at all these. The curves here aren't too bad. You can ride them quite easily. Until you do that, of course. Still there. And of course, no traction control on these things, so it's quite easy to slide out. There's a lot of power. There's about 350 horsepower on this thing. But we need to keep it nice and measured. Oh, so in third it's still Kimi Raikkonen. Shit. Oh, come on. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Basically, I just wanted to test to see how the runoff area was like for the car. And I can confirm it's not so bad. It's not so bad. And Tyrrell here, as you can see. Alright, lap 8 of 9 now. Penultimate lap. I love the engine sounds on this thing. Oh, sounds just brutal, you know? It's still about a second and a half behind me. Elsewhere, Ascari, now P4. It's good for him. And Sebastian Vettel in the final points finishing position, P5. And Michael Schumacher just there below that, P6. It's actually the race of champions this weekend. Mick Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel teaming up. And Schumacher could still get into the points there. He's less than a second behind him. But let's try and concentrate on myself for the rest of the race. Because of course I can easily get this wrong. It is Argentina after all. And now Fittipaldi's now 3 and a bit seconds behind me, so I've got in front of him quite a large amount. As we go through the info section, once again he's there. Look. Behind me. Calm down. And also, just in case you weren't aware, most of you probably aren't, but the 31st, which I believe is Tuesday, is this channel's first birthday. That's right, yep, 1 year on YouTube, and it's been extremely fun. So I decided to do somewhat of a little bit of a different video, where you actually see my face talking for the first time. Yeah, how exciting. Be prepared to be horrified by the look of a man. So yeah, get ready for that, and it'll be like a nice compilation video, I think. That's what I'm aiming for anyway. I've got most of the clips, I just need to put them all together and just work on them and put transitions in, blah blah blah. But it's been fun going through all my videos and picking out all the best bits. All the funny moments, all the good driving moments, all the bad moments, you know, crashes, mostly crashes. But yeah, have a look out for that. Should be fun, just to sit down and watch. But, more importantly, we're on the final lap now here in Argentina. Let's try and keep it on the road, let's try and get further away from Fittipaldi to ensure, even if I do make a mistake, he will not be able to get anywhere near me. So, first race officially in this car. It feels nice, it just needs a little bit of taming. But on a circuit like this you can really stretch his legs. I'm sure when we get to circuits like Aintree or Monaco, it might be different. So make the most of it now, while you still can. This was a fairly non-eventful race. Apart from the continuous battle between myself and Emerson. Because obviously last season was a bit of a disaster. Lots of crashes, lots of mistakes that cost me the championship. I mean, I did stand a very slim chance of winning it on the last day at Pedralbes last year. Well, last season, I keep saying last year. I mean, it was last year technically, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it was unlikely it was going to be me. Because I had so much to do. And yeah, Emerson Fittipaldi won that one. If you did not know, you should definitely go and check out the other videos. Trust me. Do you not trust me or something? I'm kidding. Do what you like. But definitely watch the Auto Unit video. Please. It's like my favourite video. Right. Come on. Round the final corner. Nearly messed it up there. And straight for the middle. And there we go. Yes. Race over. P1. We've won the Argentine Grand Prix. That was a nice win. That was a nice win. In fact, thinking about the rest of the season, how hard it's going to be, this would probably be one of the easier wins. So I'm going to make the most of it So we are celebrating. Come on. Yes, that's how it's been. Right. That was the Argentine Grand Prix. First race of the season is done. And yeah, what a way to do it. That was pretty good. That felt good. A lot better than last year. I know I won last year, but that was a mess. So yeah, let's head over and see what the results are and check out the replays. And also just chat. Let's have a look. So that concludes the Argentine Grand Prix, the first race of the 1957 Formula 1 season, and that was a pretty decent race. There was no trouble anywhere on the field. There was no retirements, which is very, very strange for a Formula 1 race. Normally there's quite a few, but on this occasion, not a single retirement, which is great to see. Now, the results are Jack Palmer winning his first race of the season, or the first race of the season, so he'll automatically straight away go top of the season. In fact, the results on here will pretty much be reflected on the leaderboards as well. But Ems Fittipaldi came home in second with Kimi Raikkonen picking up another podium in his HF1 career, and finishing third. Sebastian Vettel, of course, had another brilliant result and finished P4, while Jackie Stewart nipped in to finish P5 ahead of Alberto Ascari and Michael Schumacher. Jim Clark, however, who started fourth, he finished 8th, pretty disappointing for him. And again, Nico Rosberg started P3, finishing in 9th. However, home hero Fangio, he finished 10th, so it's a decent result for him. I'm sure he'll be happy. It's a lot better than last season, where he had a collision with Ascari and retired. Graham Hill also finished 11th, and Francois Sever on his debut finishing 12th, just in front of Damon Hill, also on his debut, in 13th. Alain Prost finished 14th, Niki Lauda in 15th. Lewis Hamilton, I'm not too sure what happened to him. He started in P10 and finished 16th. That's a very poor result for Lewis, and he won't be getting his first win anytime soon. He had a very good second half of the year, in fact, last season. He nearly won at Silverstone, but thanks to me, that was not going to happen. And Senna as well, very poor for him, finishing 17th. Hakkinen finishing 18th, and Jenson Button, we all assumed he was going to do quite well, but unfortunately, no, he hasn't. If you didn't see it, Alton Park, he finished 7th after starting P15. He started P15 again today, and he finishes P19, so awful poor result for him, but I'm sure he'll be more than eager to get back up the field and right to the back, finishing a total minute after Jack Palmer is Valtteri Bottas in P20. So that concludes the Argentine Grand Prix. Interesting and a nice clean racing there. I feel like with Emerson, I really didn't want to push too hard on him, because I know it will probably cause a mistake, and I didn't want that. I wanted just a race. So I made sure when I tried to make that overtake, it was at the right time, and I wasn't going to risk causing a severe high-speed accident, which I seem to do all the time. So that was quite good. I feel like, you know, a decent drive for myself. I kept it measured. I didn't panic when I dropped down to P4. I was just, you know what, no, there's still a long way to go in the race, so let's just keep it well measured and just keep following them, and I'm sure you'll find an opportunity, which did happen. So we can look forward to next week, which is Monaco. Now, I'm going to be actually busy. I'm going to be away at the weekend, a wedding to attend. A friend of mine's getting married, so send your congratulations. I'm sure he'll be very appreciative. So yeah, we've got a wedding to go to, so I'm actually going to have to record it during the week. Whether that will impact the midweek upload, I'm not too sure. I do have a plan for next week, obviously with my first birthday on the channel video going out next week as well. But I do plan another video, so we might get 3 uploads next week. So, you know, I'm treating you guys, I'm treating you. But yes, so next week is Monaco. Going to be a tough race, and of course this result means I will be starting on pole next week, so I'm looking forward to that. But obviously the last time we were at Monaco went horribly wrong, because A, I was suffering with COVID quite bad, and because of that I just couldn't really concentrate, and B, I crashed out well, I didn't crash out. I crashed twice at the Harbour Chicane and Tayback Corner, and yeah, it was ruined from there on. And I think I finished like a lap behind or something, or a lap down. I'm not too sure. I can't quite remember, but yeah. So that's what we've got to look forward to. Hopefully, I can redeem myself a little bit. And until then, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. I've noticed that YouTube has recently knocked me off the algorithm and stopped promoting my videos. So big thanks to all you guys who continue to watch and subscribe. I really appreciate that. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And if you're watching Daytona, or if you have watched Daytona, I hope you enjoyed it. It hasn't actually started for me yet. And well, for the world. But yeah, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your week, or whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. And like this video, comment, subscribe, it helps me out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. See you later.